Hello and welcome, this is Akita Hiru and this is me bringing you a deck profile on my Oracle Think Tank CEO slash Soulless build. It sounds weird, but the Soulless aspect is only temporarily until set 9 comes out. I'll explain as I go along. So for the starter I use Little Witch Lulu, pretty obvious. Her, or I think it's Battle Sister Eclair. I'm not sure. The one that allows you to search a top 5 for a grade 3. That's the grade 0 I'm going to be starting with after post set 9. So for grade 3s I obviously have 4 CEO Amaterasu. The reason I run 4 CEO is I tried with only 3. It was quite inconsistent. I barely ever got it for some reason. So I put in 4, it seems a lot more consistent. The point of this is power based. I don't go for the Mega Blast. That's not my objective. It's mainly for the 14k solo because you're almost gonna always have 4 or more. With a vanilla 8 behind, it's 22, or with a Weather Girl Milk behind there, the 10k boost, it's a 24 attacker, which is really good against most decks, like Crossroads. It really makes them sweat. And then for the Soulless aspect, if this doesn't work, I have 3 Scarlet Witch Cocos. She's really good. She's a +3 engine when comboed with Little Witch Lulu. She is on 13 base on her own if there's nothing in the soul, so she can hit the end on her own. Put down any booster behind, any booster, and you're hitting for over 18. Even the 5k booster, you're hitting for over 18. That's a magic number for Crossroads. So well, that's my grade 3 lineup. Pretty solid and straightforward. Grade 2s, I run 3 Silent Toms. 3's a good number. I find 4 would be a bit, I don't know, bit much. I wouldn't need that many. He is best in combo with CEO because CEO lets you soul charge a card and then preview the next card, the top of your deck, and decide if you want it on top or not. Therefore, if it's a trigger, you can leave it there and then put down a Tom knowing you're going to hit a trigger. So even if they guard this attack, even if they guard your CEO attack, then you can always just put the power onto your Tom, making it really hard for them to guard because they can't throw down any grade 0s, and if they want to guard it, they're going to throw down at least 1 or 2 grade 1, 2, so that thins their hand out a bit. The only problem with him is he's an 8k, maximum 16 with an 8k boost, but that's still pretty good, I find, against a lot of decks. A lot of people I know sweat when I play Tom and they kill it instantly, which I'm not too fussed about. I don't overly protect it because as soon as I lose 1, I have 3. I'm going to get 1 more soon. So there's that. I also have 2 Oracle Guardian Wisemans. I was running 4. These are the vanilla 10k. I was running 4, but I'll explain why. Because after Extra Booster 1 came out, I have access to the Promise Daughters, which I run 3 of. It may not seem like much at first, but she can hit 14 on her own. Put down an 8k boost, that's 22 column there. And all for discarding 1 card, which this deck has proven that I have good hand advantage, so it's not that big a problem. And as well, for the extra hand advantage, I have 2 Maiden of Libris. Simple, if it hits, counterblast 2, draw 1. Because I'm not going to be counterblasting for anything else anyway, other than Coco. I've never really hit a Mega Blast, so that's not a problem for Coco and her, and that's about it, I do believe. Yeah, I don't counterblast for anything else, so yeah. Well, that's my grade 2 lineup. I run 10 grade 2s as always. For grade 1s, I have 3 Oracle Guardian Gemini. I did have 4, but I had to make room for something else, so I took one of them out, and 3 seems to do fine. It's not a problem. And 4 Battle Sister Chocolates. It's pretty obvious why I run 4 Battle Sister Chocolates. It's the perfect guard. You're drawing so much, you're gonna get these in your hand without any effort, pretty much. So you can always throw away, say, a CEO once you don't need it, or a couple of other cards that are quite useless later game, which I'll get to in a bit. I run 3 Dark Cats, which are very good in this deck. Sure, they let your opponent draw a card, but I never find that to be a problem. If anything, when I'm playing friendly games, I can tell by their reaction, and they always let me know if it's like a trigger or something. The amount of times I've done that and they draw into a heal trigger is astonishing. And then I also have 2 Lovebirds, which are a very good asset in this deck. It requires 2 Soul Blast to draw 1 card, which isn't hard. Which is not hard in the slightest. If I run CEO, for instance, I've already got a card in Soul on the first time I play her due to her effect. But that's not all. If I say first grade 3 I run is Coco, then I decide I want to go with Amaterasu Soul Charges. I have 2 in the Soul. I can get rid of those 2 with Lovebird to draw a card. Then on my next turn again, I play Coco again. Sure, she won't be on 13, but there will only be 1 card in the Soul, which will be the CEO. So that allows me to draw another 2 cards, which is a +2 engine again. So I find these to be very good. I also have 2 Weather Forecaster Mists. They're okay. Her effect is, if she's placed in the Guardian Circle and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 2 or lower, and I think they have to be attacking with it as well. Yeah, they have to be attacking with their grade 2 or lower Vanguard. This acts as a perfect guard for that, so this is really good early game. You can easily avoid some early damage with this. So I find them to be quite useful. Late game, I just discard them for like Battle Sister Chocolate, that sort of thing, because it's a 6k booster, which isn't bad, but compared to a 7 or an 8, it's not as useful. And then last but not least, 2 Weather Girl Milks. Alternate art, obviously, because the original art is pathetic. It looks like a child drew it. Weather Girl Milk is your vanilla, well, not vanilla, is your 10k booster if you have 4 or more in hand, which, as I said before, which pretty much always going to happen. Behind Coco, that's 23, which is an amazing number for cross rides, especially Dope, because they're 13, you're 23, they're going to need minimum of 15 guard. Behind CEO, that's a 24. That's some really high numbers, so that's what this deck is aiming for, is the higher numbers. Alright, that's it for my grade 1s. And now the grade 0s, pretty straightforward to be honest. 4 Psychic Birds, because Psychic Bird is the shit. Add it to Soul to draw a card. Done. And then Soul Blast it with Lovebird. Done. And then 2 Battle Sister Gingers, so I have 6 crits. 1, 2, 3, 4 Dream Eaters and 2 Victory Makers, so that's 6 draws. And then last but not least, 3 Sphere Mages and a Lodgings Mages. That's 4 heal. I like these. These are really pretty, these ones. They look a lot better than Lozenge Mages in my opinion. Pretty straightforward. 6 crit, 6 draw, 4 heal. I've tried variations with 8 crit, 4 draw. I don't like it that much. I like the extra draw power since this is mainly a CEO build. When set 9 comes out in English eventually, I'm going to be swapping this to a Amaterasu build. So I'm going to be using the Cross Ride, which is Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu, as well as Battle Deity Susano, I think it's called, where I think that's the grade 2 one or something, where it gains an extra 3000 if you have an Amaterasu in the Vanguard. That's what this deck's going to become, and then I might build a separate Soulless deck since I've got most of the cards for Soulless deck anyway. But anyway, if you have any comments, that's what the comment section's for. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye now.